Alright, Abusia, Yabemo Bibia, but Abusia, Andrada, Chairman Wontumi, and a lawyer, Andy Apiakubi, a bullrem, a CID headquarters, as you say, or more call, a matches investigations, a course so over a year charges are, ye dear Chairman Wontumi on a year illegal mine and Abusia, Andrada na ye Grǎntěd, a year Chairman Wontumi, 1 million. Bila Menowoka say after say a Grǎntěd chairman Wontumi 1 million bill no lawyer Andy Apiakubi eden semba community aba betudwa me person ba miako na kwakuti lawyer nensema ode tudwa na ansa na e be conversion say dwumedi onya like ya obe like subscribe to the channel na afin so share dwumedi no mafo from sensa Wontumi enkebi medamasi.
We are looking forward to see if those two would also be invited by the CID to also be interrogated, just as the former Attorney General has been done. But that is also to say that beyond the former Attorney General being before the General Legal Counsel in respect of complaints of professional misconduct, he's also before the CID in respect of an alleged crime.
I see. And it's one that we'll see how the coming days will look like on this. We're keeping a very keen eye on this one as well. And apart from this, there's another development as well this time around, and that's what is coming up next. We'll stay with matters of the law because earlier today, the Ashanti Regional Chair of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Entry Boesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, will have his day in court tomorrow as the state is expected to prefer charges related to illegal mining against him. Now, we'll tell you the backstory and how it all unfolded earlier today. But earlier today, my colleague and our legal affairs correspondent, Lord Edward Sari, was in court earlier today. Mining-related charges is what we suspect are expected to be preferred against Ashanti Regional Chair of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Entry Boesiako, also known as Chairman Wontumi, expected to appear in court, all things being in court tomorrow. October 7, Chairman Wontumi was granted bail in the sum of 1 million cedis, with 2 sureties following his appearance before the Criminal Investigations Department of Ghana Police Service. The CID has been very busy today. He was admitted as well to the police inquiry bail. First, let's hear what the Attorney General said last Friday during the President's engagement with the civil society on illegal mining, on what was going to be happening today and beyond. Take a look.
The police conducted very diligent investigations in respect of Akonta mining, but the docket was hidden until we came to power. In fact, when we came to power and I started the investigation with the the Lands and Natural Resources Minister and the Forestry Commission, we were finding it difficult to get information. Subsequently, the police themselves owned up and presented the docket to my office 2 months ago. So as we speak, the charges against Chairman Wontumi, Akonta Mining, and 5 others have been signed as I speak. Currently, we are waiting for him to be read his right to remain silent, etc. You know, before we've asked that he should be brought from, Kumasi. His lawyers asked that he should be brought on Tuesday, but I'm insisting that he should be here on Monday. If he doesn't come on Monday, I'm going to order for his arrest so that he'll be brought to Accra. His rights will be read to him, and then we can start the prosecution. We have also put in place certain measures to ensure that the prosecution goes faster than normal. We have approached the Chief Justice, who has agreed to assign specialized courts for the prosecution of illegal mining cases. And I have laid before Cabinet on Tuesday. Cabinet will meet and approve the public tribunal's bill.
Well, so the second part of the Attorney General's statement, which you just heard, is going to be an issue we'll delve into, but clearly indicating Chairman Wontumi's invitation and appearance today, which indeed happened. But Chairman Wontumi was at the Criminal Investigation Department, Ghana Police Service office earlier today. But lawyer for Chairman Wontumi, Andy Apiakubi, did not seem happy about the AG's comments, which I just played to you. And he explained why, in his view, he was not too happy about the AG's position on this. Take a look. And while we recall that and hear from Andy Apiakobi, and also indicating that they have not, that is, Chairman Wontumi has not been charged yet. And tomorrow they would know exactly which charges the state is preferring against his client. And they've responded to all the issues that came up earlier today before the CID. And they expected to have their day in court tomorrow. But Dennis Poberwadam is with me. We'll hear from Andy Apiakobi shortly. He spoke to the media. But here's what we do know about Chairman Wontumi's matters. He's been admitted to the police inquiry bail, sum of 1 million cedis.
1 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties that he has met. So we don't have issues of he being in custody. And yes, even though we do not know the specific charges, following from the background, this is not the first time he's been to the CID. They've been on this investigation for some time, and in his caution statement, they did indicate that he was being investigated for offenses related to mining. So we can reasonably infer that whatever charges are going to be preferred to him against him tomorrow are going to be in respect of illegal mining and those in that particular space. But we do also know that it's not only the CID that's dealing with Chairman Wontumi. We also know that he has some running battle too with Iyoko.
Yeah, true.
And that is in respect of matters that were informed by the Deputy Attorney General, that these are matters that have to do, in fact, he describes them as various criminal offenses, which include fraud, causing financial loss to the state, and money laundering. In respect of this, we know he's on bail. That bail is 50 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties that were justified. It was this particular matter that kept him in custody for some time. But for tomorrow, he will take his day in court. His charges will be read to him, and he will plead to those. And that's when we get to know the exact details. And of course, with the facts on which the police or the state is going to prosecute those offenses relating to illegal mining, as we are being told. So that's basically about it in respect of Chairman Wontumi. We all look forward to tomorrow at the High Court.
And in fact, it's important that we distinguish between the two issues at play right now, because what is happening with him appearing before the CID earlier today is different from what got him to spend a few nights
precisely
in the Iyoko cells or the coolest of Iyoko.
That matter is still cooking.
It's cooking.
Yes, because we are told that he's been investigated. It was only after investigation they will prepare the docket and prepare the charges against him. So at this point, it's still a matter which is still cooking. It's not one that we can say that they are going to prefer charges against him. But of course, just like we were told in the previous instance that he was being investigated for matters relating to illegal mining, this one too, if it comes to fruition, it means that the matters that will, or the offenses that will be preferred against him will be along the lines of fraud, causing financial loss to the state, and money laundering. But yes, that's a matter for another day. Tomorrow is basically on matters that have to do with illegal mining. So, Alfred, that's basically what is happening in respect of Chairman Wontumi.
But let's hear from his lawyer. Okay?
Precisely.
Andy Apiakobi, former Santiachim North Member of Parliament. This is what he had to say. Take a look.
Of Chairman Wontumi being in hospital, I went beyond the call of duty to do that. So it is incorrect to anybody to suggest that we have been lukewarm to the invitations from the Attorney General's office. I know that the Director General works for the Attorney General in terms of prosecution. So I consider the discourse between my good self or my office and the Director General's office as equally, by extension, to the Attorney General's office. So I am sure there was some communication gap that resulted in this impasse. But I want to express my disappointment in the warning that the refusal to defer the meeting. The warning was that should Chairman Wontumi fail to appear, he will order the arrest of Chairman Wontumi go to Accra. Indeed, we don't need to unnecessarily increase the political temperature in the country. We have not at any point in time decided or refused to respond to invitations. And you see, the law is also that anybody, accused person or a suspect, ought to be given adequate time, preparation, and even resources to be able to prepare his defense to any charges prepared against him. And then let us also not forget that accused person is not considered guilty until proven so, and therefore he has to have a right to his civil liberties. Indeed, when we go to the court, the main police inquiry bail continues up to the point that the charges are filed in court, and then we make an application to the court for the bail to continue, and we will justify that with our performance so far during the time of the bail, and also the capacity of Wontumi as a person, Ghanaian, and a very known character, and somebody of substance in society. And then
that's Andy Apiakobe there. Tomorrow, we will be in court to give you updates on exactly what would happen. He's the lawyer for Bernard Ntwi-Boasiako, that's the Ashanti Regional Chair of the New Patriotic Party, and Lord Edwasari will be in court tomorrow. So stay with us here on TV3. But directly linked to that is something that's happened earlier today. In fact, we started talking about this as far back as May this year. Coming up next, 12 persons suspected to be illegal miners have been arrested.
Okay, abusia intin sem na mubi ene ekoko tie no show dwumedi onya like ya obe like subscribe to the channel na afin so share dwumedi no ma foforo nsa entumi enkabi abusia afi yenko efa etosumbi no eye takwa insahim railway line wo hona chese illegal miners atu omo ane asiso abusia chese galamse ne die damage on my kronkron Ghana papa chese railway line no galamse as fui etimi adidi asia ayi chese railway line atunhyo mu ba bi na mene work as a police for etimi abawrum achida illegal miners na makomako 12 and the due ya mene work as a ade a ye de mu kwa kugina court na chese fast prosecution etimi akosomom yenko nkonkoti ensema ekoso
for allegedly engaging in activities that led to the destruction of a section of the railway line linking Takoradi to Nsuta through Achim in the Western region. Now, we're going to be hearing from the Railway Development Authority shortly, because this is a matter that is concerning, to say the least, and we've got videos of this damaged railway we'll show to you shortly. 12 individuals are expected to appear before the Takwa Circuit Court on Tuesday, that's October 7, tomorrow, for causing damage to a section of the Takoradi railway line at Achim in the Takwa Nsuyem municipality. Now, in the meantime, the Western Regional Minister Joseph Nelson called on traditional leaders to take control of their communities and also urged the Ghana Railway Authority to increase patrols to prevent further destruction. Now, here's what we do know about this destruction that we're talking about. We got these videos from the ground there. Rama Smith is she's our Western Regional correspondent, been combing the area. We got this video of this damaged railway line we're talking about 3 kilometers of the 60-kilometer active rail line stretching from Takoradi through Achim to Nsuta in the Western region, clearly destroyed by these illegal mining and illegal mining activities, halting the Ghana Railway Company's manganese haulage and other operations. So that's the impact of what we're talking about. Now, the damage, what you see on the screen right now, for the benefit of those listening to us on the radio, we're talking about discovered sometime on last Wednesday, October 1, affected rail tracks, slippers, and works at Achim, a community near Nsuta in the Takwa Nsuyem municipality, while large portions of the land on which the rail line lies are degraded in yet another telling impact of illegal mining. Commonly, we refer to as galamsey in our local parlance. The destroyed stretch no longer sits on solid ground. That's what you're seeing there. Doesn't sit on solid ground, but hangs over pits dug by the illegal miners, while other sections are covered with sand. The damage came to the attention of the Ghana Railway Development Company only last week, when someone passing through the area informed the district manager about what he had noticed on the ground. That's how they've even got to know, right? And this is the troubling development and the impact of Galamsey. So we're talking about Galamsey impacting our water bodies, our forest reserves, the food that we're eating, the air we're breathing, and now we're looking at this as well. This as the impact of Galamsey. The destruction that has been caused to our railway lines in the western region. And that's where the concern is here on Ghana Tonight. And we're seeking answers to this particular development, so as to find out exactly why this is happening and what is going to be done to address this particular situation as we're dealing with right now here on Ghana Tonight. Let's go on to Zoom right now and speak to Dr. Frederick Akpo, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Railway Development Authority. He's joining us right now on Zoom. Thank you, Dr. Akpo. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us here on Ghana Tonight.
Good evening, Alfred. How are you?
I'm well, and thank you for asking. I know you are not well for us. As long as we're seeing this railway line destroyed, I don't expect you to be well, so I'm not going to ask you. But clearly this is a heartbreaking situation we're seeing. And you said this got to the notice of the company just when someone was passing by the area and saw this?
Yes, yeah, good evening to viewers.
If you could kindly come a bit onto your right side for me. No, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yes, okay, great. This came to our notice last week when I received a report from the area manager via our estate manager in Accra regarding the devastating news in the Western region. I think I would say that this development has been going on for a while. I remember upon assumption of office, I visited the line to Hini Valley in March and April. And in May too, I paid a courtesy visit to the area, where I went to the area there with my team to inspect the line, all the way to Tunkwao and Awaso. I think the current epicenter of this is directly at, this is referring to a narrow gauge line. It's around between Bonsare and Achim. So Bonsare is about 54 kilometers from Isuta, 54 kilometers from Takrade, and 6 kilometers from Isuta. And at Achim, the devastation is very close to the Ghana Manganese Corporation. In fact, we identified a Shanfai close to the Ghana Manganese Corporation, where when we went for patrol at the time of our inspection, they ran away. We went for a night patrol, they didn't come. So, but when we left, they came back. The thing is, this is not a railway infrastructure issue. This is a national security issue. But in some point, I think at some point, I remember we identified that some people were doing the Galamsey 8 kilometers away from Espresso Bridge. But they have dug the Shanfai, the thing that they used to wash the gold. They've dug it to the point that it is directing to the drainage of the new culvert that we've built. Okay. The most disturbing aspect is that these people are playing hide and seek with the patrol team that we've got. So and they also read into the routine of when the patrol are coming. They know when they are coming. So when they are coming, they move out of there.
Yeah.
When we are not there, they will go in there. So look, I think we need to look at it as a national security issue where a joint ministerial task force is required. My sector minister, Honorable Joseph Bukari, has set up a 3-member committee team to look into this, working with the other agencies to address this routine inspection.
Well, but Dr. Akpo, before we get into that, and it's good to know that there's some works in place to deal with it, but you indicated that you got wind of this, the activities of Galamsey operators, earlier 8 kilometers away from the Espresso Bridge, which, you know, you would have some rail lines there. And from the information that we got, as far back as May this year, you, together with some other officials, had visited this particular area. So you had an idea of what was going on, right?
Yeah, we had an idea.
So what did you do? What did you do from May till now?
Yeah, May we set up a task force. But of course, you have to look at it. You are looking at a 68-kilometer stretch. So I don't want you to just locate this as just one thing. So the whole stretch from Takrady to Hini Valley, you are looking at approximately about 88 kilometers of railway line. And it goes through pushes and everything like that. So if we're talking about a railway task force to look at it and go for a patrol, what it simply means is that if the patrol is being conducted at kilometer X, they will be tagging at kilometer Y. When the patrol shifts, they also shift. In terms of it, you can talk about what we call resource constraint of the authority. Yes, we might have the resource constraint there. So to make what I call to have an impact, we need to obviously look at it from a national security point of view, where I believe the mandate for NATMOS is the best place approach to provide a routine task force. We have not just stayed and doing absolutely nothing. No, something has been done. We have done monitoring, we've done evaluation, we've reported to the Western Region Police Division Commander. I have personally reported it to the Divisional Commander. Even on Saturday, I reported the incident of ongoing galamsey along the Hini Valley line to the Divisional Commander. The thing is that, Alfred, these people understand.
Okay, Abusia, a teacher who went in my course, or political hiring, such as say. A chairman Wontumi, 2 troubles, 1 gold. Chairman Wontumi case, Adaho, Yukodada, and the charges as money laundering, causing financial loss to the state in a fraud, Abusia, Menowoka saying so, when it comes to illegal mining, so CID for so, and an H. Dominic Ayina, Attorney General, so, and an H. Basanda Sila, Menowoka say, Chairman Wontumi, why ha. Ne lawyer, Andy appear could be, Edensem, Enchimu, ba Abadumia. Me mo bisi na madam asesa mode penny me kuti. Someone I call so our political hiring. So POG Media. Madam